Hello again, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the Patoka Sportsmen. I'm Gene Kuntz. The Indiana Natural Resources Commission is seeking public suggestions as part of an ongoing comprehensive review and enhancement of fish and wildlife rules for the Department of Natural Resources. Substantive rule change suggestions can be made through a web-based interactive form by going to www.in.gov/NRC and clicking on the Submit a Suggestion link. The suggestion form will be available until April the 1st. An advisory group will review those suggestions and conduct public hearings to determine the merit of suggestions received. The advisory group will report its findings and recommendations to the NRC in late 2009. Actual proposal of substantive rule amendments are not expected to be presented to the NRC until early 2010. If you got some thoughts, make sure you send them an email. Martin County 4-H Shooting Sports will be sponsoring an Indiana Hunter Ed course February 19th, 20th, and 21st at the Martin County Community Building, located on US 50 between Lagodi and Shoals. All instruction will be by Indiana Conservation Officers and certified Indiana Volunteer Hunter Ed instructors. There's no charge for attending the class. Hunter education certification is required for all persons born after December 31st, 1986 who wish to purchase an Indiana hunting license. To register, call 812-295-2412. Hunters have until March 13th to mail in their registration applications for reserved turkey hunting dates on 18 Department of Natural Resources properties, 1 military, and 2 national refuge areas during the upcoming spring turkey hunting season. Hunters may select 1 property and 1 date on their applications. Reservation hunts are non-transferable unless the hunter chooses to transfer his reservation to a hunter 16 years old or younger and accompanies that youth on the designated day. If a hunter harvests a turkey, he forfeits any remaining days he may have on his reserved hunt dates. Indiana spring turkey season dates are April 22nd through May 10th. The youth season is April 18th and 19th. The mail-in application is found on page 41 of the Indiana 2008-2009 Hunting and Trapping Guide. Applicants will be notified of the results by mail. The guide can be found online at www.in.gov/DNR. Ice fishing has been really good this past week, according to some anglers that I've talked to. Most small ponds, lakes, and stripper pits are frozen with 3 to 5 inches of ice. This weekend's expected warmer than normal temperatures can make ice fishing iffy. Make sure you check the ice and have at least 4 inches before you go out onto the ice. Patoka Reservoir has always produced crappies by the thousands in recent years. The Department of Fish and Wildlife is keeping good tabs on the lake crappie fishery, as the results are more than promising. The 2007 Creel survey showed a catch rate of 92,000 crappie. This was a 61% increase over the number of fish taken home by anglers just 4 years earlier. Most of the fish were in the 8 to 9 inch range, but several topped the 12-inch mark. The last time fishing was this good was in 1996, when as many as 10 fish per acre were harvested. Start looking for crappie from the Kings Bridge up into the Patoka River Channel. This area is a hotspot filled with snags on the old river that allow fish to feed in the shallows and then drop off into deeper water. Crappies will gravitate to woody cover, and anglers can enjoy some of the state's best fishing right on this spot. Lake winter crappies are still stacked up in about 20 feet of water. Look for brush piles that have been dropped into about 15 to 20 feet of water. Take advantage of the tight schooling patterns and fish hard when you find that first one. Local crappie fishermen will tie a 2-inch tube and then put a minnow as a trailer on it. The entire jig and minnow combination can measure 3 or 4 inches. A lot longer bait than most crappie anglers are willing to fish with, but this is a good strategy to use if you're trying to weed out those smaller crappie. Patoka Lake bow hunters will have their first 30-target shoot of the season on February 15th. The Patoka Lake Archery Range is located at the main entrance to Patoka Lake on Highway 164 at Wickliffe. Registration is from daylight until 1 p.m. Shooting fee is $9 for non-members, $6 for active members, and youth can shoot for $5. If your shooter is under the age of 10, they can shoot for free. The next shoot at Sugar Ridge Fish and Wildlife Area is February 22nd. Registration is from 8:30 until 1 p.m. And until next time, this is Gene Kuntz encouraging you to take the time to teach a child how to conserve and appreciate our great wildlife resources.